Good afternoon, and welcome to the pre-match official press conference of Cameroon team for the match number 23, due to take place tomorrow at Smaila Stadium at 7 o'clock. I have to welcome the head coach, Mr. Clarence Seedorf, and the player, Mr. Mandjeck. Please, before we start, just some reminders. Please switch off your mobile phone. Only one question per journalist. Introduce yourself, your name and organization. And let us know in which language you are going to speak for translation. And for photographers, please, you are allowed here for only 3 minutes. Thank you. Yes. Microphone.
Bonsoir, je suis Sylvestre Polizangaou, journaliste à Equinox Télévision. La question est adressée au coach. Coach, lors de la séance d'entraînement d'hier soir, on a constaté que le capitaine Eric Maxime s'entraînait à l'écart du groupe. On sait qu'il est sorti après une blessure lors du match contre la Guinée-Bissau. Est-ce qu'il va mieux? Est-ce qu'il sera prêt pour demain? Et j'imagine que vous êtes également au courant que le capitaine du Ghana, André Ayou, ne s'est pas non plus entraîné hier. Vous êtes déjà dans ce match de demain?
The player's injured. He didn't train. Yes. No. Ghana. He couldn't train. Okay. I really don't know. If we don't know the reason, maybe he just had rest. No, Chupo is okay. He will train today normally with the team. So he recovered. So we took another day to, first of all, good afternoon to everybody. First of all, he had to recover. And then yesterday already he could have trained, but we wanted to give 1 day more. And we want to have all the players fit. This is a tournament, so we're not going to push things. But he is okay for today training. And for the other player, I mean, we're focused on our players first, and Ghana has a great team, so eventually if you won't play, there will be another good player on the field. Yes, we're ready. We're ready, and today we will have our last training session to fine-tune things, but the team is growing in spirit, in confidence, obviously, and we continue to work on improving our games, but we're confident.
Antonin Vabre, Canal Plus Afrique. Georges, une question pour vous tout d'abord. Il y a 2 ans, vous étiez là quand vous avez affronté le Ghana. Est-ce que vous pensez qu'ils viendront avec un sentiment de revanche pour ce match? And Clarence, a quick question to you as well. 2 years ago, the Cameroon beat Ghana in the Cup. Are you fearing a team coming with a feeling of revenge?
Bien sûr que je pense qu'ils n'ont pas oublié la demi-finale qu'ils ont perdu contre nous il y a 2 ans. Donc c'est normal qu'ils viennent avec une certaine revanche. Maintenant, nous, c'est un match important pour nous. C'est le 2e match, on a gagné le premier. Et il est important pour nous d'enchaîner une 2e victoire pour pouvoir se qualifier et préparer tranquillement les 8e de finale, et sans oublier le 3e match qu'on va aborder avec un esprit tranquille.
Yeah, I mean, I think you understand that we don't live in the past, but I think there's a rivalry between Ghana and Cameroon that will be forever. So I don't think anything is needed of a last resort, but again, we will take match by match, and now we're preparing for this big match.
I am Sheikh Tofik. I write for Football Made in Ghana. Coach, I want to find out, after the Benin game, Ghana's keeper, Andre Ayew, has not trained for 2 days, and he remains doubtful for the game against Cameroon. Does that, in a way, gives you and your team comfort, and how do you think it can affect Ghana if Andre is unable to play?
Well, the second question is for the coach of Ghana, because I cannot tell that. But the first one is I cannot speak for them. It's an important player. It's a good player. But when you hear the name of Ghana, when you hear the name of big teams, and you look at the bench, probably there will come a player super motivated, and you know, it's always tricky to think like that. And I don't train my guys to think like that. We focus on what we need to do, and we respect anybody that is in front of us. It doesn't matter the name, the team. We have to play the same way, the same spirit, and the same respect. And that's how you avoid to think maybe more lightly in certain moments. And I think that we gave an example of that in the first match. On paper, everybody say easy match, but there's no easy match. And you have to play it, you have to score the goal, you have to maintain your defense properly. And even more when you have a quality team in front of you.
Satish Shaker, Empowers Magazine. Ghana drew their first match and you've won yours. Does that give you a little bit of an advantage in that you can settle for a draw? Not that you would, but you could, against them, and that would mean they would have to come out looking for the win and you can pick them off. Do you see it like that, or do you see it differently? And to the player, Cameroon won the Africa Cup of Nations 2 years ago. Do you see any that as any pressure, putting any pressure on you to emulate that performance in this particular AFCON?
Non, mais je pense que voilà, on a abordé cette compétition sans pression aucune. Malgré qu'on soit tenant du titre, on est venu avec nos convictions. On est capable de rééditer la même performance qu'il y a 2 ans. Mais maintenant, on ne va pas prendre des autres équipes de haut. Voilà, on aborde les matchs les uns après les autres. Et je pense que vu la qualité qu'il y a dans ce groupe, je pense qu'on est capable d'aller le plus loin possible.
Thank you. Ben Collins,
obviously, being first in a group is a great feeling, huh? After the first match. But we also know that this is an open match and that things can be reopened after this match. So we're going for the victory. There's no draw in our heads. We will play for victory always. But obviously, the tactics and the pressure is definitely more on Ghana. Because we have 2 results, if you want to look at it like that. But to get the best result, we need to go for the victory, and that's what we will do.
Thank you, Ben Collins, Nyebero, the Cameroon Radio Television. Coach, should we be expecting to see some changes tomorrow against Ghana as of the team that played against Guinea-Bissau?
Well, everything is possible because, as you've seen until now, we have always used most of our players because we have a very balanced team. There are a lot of players that are on the bench, all of them practically that can play first 11. So we will look today finally at the conditions of everybody and then make a final decision on that. Yeah.
Coach, my name is Benin from Cameroon. We saw you
yesterday. Nice one, by the way. I was, yes, it's interesting. Next match, I want that introduction again.
Okay. We saw you yesterday in a very firm, brotherly hug with Samuel Eto'o. We understood that he talked with you, he talked to the players. May we dig deeper into your meeting with Samuel Eto'o? What was the message to you? I mean, what did he tell you at a personal level? What did he tell the players? And then to Georges Mandjeck, tomorrow, even for 3 minutes, you may wear the captain band. I'm just imagining. You know.
Don't imagine.
Okay. Tomorrow you may wear the captain band. Tell me, Georges Mandjeck, you know, what is that going to change? What pressure does that put on you as a midfielder? Thank you.
Bah, pour répondre à votre question, j'aimerais d'abord remercier le coach, Clarence Seedorf, parce que je pense que depuis qu'il est là, il me donne la place qui est la mienne et que certains de ses prédécesseurs ne l'ont pas fait. Donc, je fais partie des cadres aujourd'hui. Donc, pour moi, être l'un des capitaines, c'est un très grand plaisir. Donc, je vais représenter mes coéquipiers, le peuple camerounais. Donc, c'est une lourde charge. Pour moi, c'est un plaisir d'être nommé capitaine et je vais tout faire pour pouvoir remettre la confiance que le coach porte à mon égard.
Well, it was a nice visit of my brother Eto. Samuel loves his country like most of you all here do, and just being in general, it was definitely a positive visit with positive messages. And actually continuing already what this group has shown me over the course of the last 9 to 10 months, and especially in the last 3 weeks. It has been, despite the controversy, a group that has shown incredible motivation in the training sessions, great focus, great unity, and I think that the visit has only reinforced what has already been all this time. So we're happy that that we are now one day in front of this decisive match that can, give us great possibilities to become first in a group, which is what we want. And all elements and people from Cameroon, around Cameroon, that bring positivity are welcomed, and for sure, our brother Samuel is always welcome in our middle.
Bonsoir coach, bonsoir à Georges. Charles Douglas Ndemba, journaliste camerounais, Radio Balafon. Coach, le match de demain contre le Ghana, c'est un défi un peu plus grand que celui de la Guinée, avec tout le respect que j'ai pour cette équipe guinéenne. Est-ce que l'objectif, c'est de gagner la bataille du milieu de terrain? On se rend bien compte que c'est un autre calibre, avec Wakaso, avec Partey, c'est d'autres joueurs. Est-ce que l'objectif, c'est de gagner le défi du milieu de terrain, puisqu'il y avait une belle animation lors du match contre la Guinée? À Georges, c'est d'autres joueurs, évidemment, de notre calibre. Est-ce que pour vous, personnellement, c'est un défi, un match dans le match contre ces joueurs-là?
Bah, je pense qu'en tant que joueur, ça fait toujours... c'est motivant d'affronter des joueurs en face qui ont un bon niveau. Voilà, je ne vais pas sous-estimer les joueurs de la Guinée-Bissau. C'est vrai que demain, ça va être un tout autre match. Il y a des noms en face, mais c'est une façon aussi pour nous de rehausser notre niveau de jeu. Voilà, la bataille du milieu, voilà, elle va être rude, mais je pense qu'on va la gagner. On a un potentiel énorme au milieu de terrain, donc après, c'est au coach de trouver le bon système.
Yes, I think in football in general, I think it's about midfield many times, right? That's why we're midfielders. We take care of stuff. No, it's fundamental that we continue to play very compact. I think that one of the things that we have achieved with the team is that when we attack, we are compact. When we defend, we are compact. I mean, that's one of the fundamental things, and that makes it very difficult to play against us, I think. And on the other hand, we also know that Ghana has fantastic quality, has great strikers, has quality on the midfield, has fullbacks that like to come up all the time. So we know it's going to be a tough match. We know that Ghana's come, they have to come forward, and we're going to prepare ourselves the best way possible, using the space that they eventually leave. But it's definitely not only a question of midfield, but really as a team, because there's so much individual quality around that from any side thing can happen. If we see the other matches as well, how many times we've seen that it was an individual play that made the difference, and I think that's what we need to limit as a team, because you cannot stop certain players. You need to stop them as a team, as a system. Yeah.
Bonsoir, je m'appelle Yves Chamadou, je travaille pour Canada International. C'est une question qui s'adresse à Georges Constant Mandjeck. Georges, demain sera un match un tout petit peu plus élevé que le match contre la Guinée-Bissau. Qu'est-ce qui, selon vous, peut être la crainte au sein de cette équipe ghanéenne, au sein de son collectif, puisqu'il faut quand même signaler que dans ce staff se trouve un monsieur qui a travaillé avec le Cameroun dans la personne d'Ibrahim Tanko, qui vous a entraîné en 2015. Qu'est-ce qui, selon vous, peut être la crainte?
Comme le coach l'a dit, voilà, ça reste un match. Maintenant, nous, on est focus sur notre performance, sur notre système, sur ce qu'on va mettre en place demain. Il y a des bons joueurs en face. Voilà, pour moi, il n'y a pas de crainte principale ou majeure. Voilà, c'est une bonne équipe, très dangereuse, qui joue rapidement. Voilà, je pense qu'on est en train de préparer le match. On a eu le temps de visionner les images. Et elle ne parle que d'elle-même. Donc on connaît bien cette équipe, on sera prêt pour leur poser beaucoup de problèmes demain.
Njie Enoybai from the Cameroon Radio Television. First question to George. You mentioned earlier on that the coach has given you a greater role in the team, and those who've watched you in the past months since Coach Seedorf took over will admit that your performance in the national team has improved a lot. Is he telling you something specific because he played football as a midfielder that has helped you to improve on your performance? And then to the coach, most of the players we've spoken to, most of the players we've spoken to, especially the midfielders, say that they believe they've improved a lot under you and that they've gained certain skills that they didn't have. Tell us, what is it you're telling to the players, especially the midfielders, and is there a specific training you're giving to them?
Pour répondre à votre question, le coach ne m'a pas donné de conseils particuliers. Voilà, j'ai la chance aujourd'hui de travailler avec lui. Ça a été un très grand joueur, très grand milieu de terrain, donc on ne peut qu'apprendre beaucoup de lui, et je ne suis pas le seul. Donc je suis à l'écoute. Voilà, je reste jeune, j'apprends, on apprend à tout âge. Donc, la chance que j'ai aujourd'hui avec lui, c'est qu'il communique beaucoup avec son groupe. Et aujourd'hui, il m'a donné une chance et je suis en train de la saisir.
Charlotte.
I think that the most important thing, I mean, for me, in my way of coaching in general, is that I try to improve players. Because if you improve the individual player, you can increase the quality of the team. So we do a lot of things on and off the pitch, and me, of course, with Patrick and the staff, pay a lot of attention to it. But there's one thing very important in what you have said. It's not so much about what we say to them. It's about their hunger to learn and their eagerness to, openness to be listening to advices and to work on it. Because we have only had 3 days together, 4 days together, and we talk about stuff, but this improvement is saying a lot about them. It says a lot about their spirit, about how they then go back to their clubs and continue to work on things they think they can improve, and they have. And it's wonderful to see, and it's not only midfielders, it's everybody. I mean, look at Dawa. Where was Dawa in the first day he was with us, and where is he now? And this is nothing to do, it has a bit to do with us, but it has so much to do with the player itself, the will to continue to work and improve, and I think that's the spirit of a champion. And what I can say is that we have, I mean, it's a great pleasure to work with them because we see that every day. Every day they want, and they are open, and they're asking, and I mean that's the way to go, and the collaboration is fantastic. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Charlotte from CAF Media. Only one question, Coach. Do you feel more comfortable now that you know you can use Faye Collins again because he was suspended for the first match?
Yes, Faye for us is a very important player. We was planning to start with him obviously in the first match, but it wasn't the case. But then we also take the opportunity to play with another player that was really in a good shape. Dawa, he played a good match. So yes, we're very happy to have him back on the list.
To the player, a quick one. 2 years ago, Cameroon won the African Cup of Nations with, according to reports, 8 of their top players not playing at the tournament. Now you have almost all the stars that Cameroon need to be at this particular championship. Does it put some pressure on the team that without even players who were known, they were able to win? And now with top players, it's a must win for you?
Non, on ne va pas jouer ce tournoi avec l'obligation de gagner. Donc, comme j'ai dit, on va essayer d'aller le plus loin possible. C'est important d'avoir tous les joueurs. Ils ne sont pas là tous, je ne vais pas citer les noms, mais c'est important d'avoir tous les joueurs. Par exemple, le capitaine Choupo-Moting. C'est important d'avoir un joueur comme ça dans notre effectif et je pense qu'avec sa qualité, il va nous aider à aller le plus loin possible. Donc, c'est dommage pour ceux qui ne sont pas là, mais je pense que ceux qui sont là, ils ont l'amour de la patrie et ils sont prêts à mouiller le maillot.
Coach, my name is Benedict from Ghana. Hello? Okay. You are the champion. Does that put pressure on you or is it strong in this tournament?
Motivation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.